Now a girl of about 30 years old in a green dress and with red hair was giving birth. It was Kushina Uzumaki. Standing next to her was a blond man in his 30s in a jonin uniform without a vest. It was the fourth Hokage, Minato Namikaze or Konoha's Yellow Lightning. The girl from the beginning of labor after 5 hours, she gave birth to a blonde with blue eyes and 6 mustaches on her face. After another 8 hours, I gave birth to a boy. This boy was not like his parents and in general like a person. His hair was the color of snow, it stood in a hedgehog. The guy's skin was also white. And his eyes were pitch black. But everyone was surprised that the boy had a mark on his left hand in the form of a skeleton in a hood and with a scythe. And the boy had a tattoo on his back where there was a skeleton with a scythe and the skeleton itself was in a raincoat. He also had horns like the Shinigami of the god of death. Minato placed the children on the couch and closed the seal. They looked with shock at the boy, because where is he from? But then he started disappearing into the black portal. Minato was shocked. He felt that this boy was a son to Minato, the chakra was similar to Minato. He sat down on his knees and began to cry. The boy who disappeared was named Naruto and the other was Menma. The guy himself appeared in the forest. He was in a bundle with Naruto's name on it. He looked calmly at the forest. Birds flew up to him. They started tweeting and he started laughing. At this moment in the subconscious of the boy there was a temple and a forest. The forest was snowy, and the temple was white. 2 girls appeared in front of the temple. One was wearing a white kimono with a tomo. The waist was wrapped with a black belt. She had aristocratic features. The skin was pale. The eyes were big and beautiful. There was purple pigmentation around the eyes. Her hair was long and brown. Bangs hung to the left side. In his eyes burned one of the 3 strongest dojutsu in the world, Sharingan with 3 tomo. She had breasts of 3 sizes. The girl herself was 25 years old. It was the founder of the Uchiha clan. Indra Otsutsuki II was dressed the same way, but the hairstyle was a hedgehog. There was no pigmentation around the eyes. Her hair was braided on the sides of her ears. It was the founder of the Senju clan, Ashura Otsutsuki. They are the daughters of the sage of the 6 paths himself, Indra. Ashura asked, so our reincarnation is one person, and not correct as I see it, said Indra. We need to see who he is, said Ashura. They saw a boy who was a copy of Rikudo, only all white. So he's a pure-blood Otsutsuki, but why is he in the human world in our reincarnation? Ashura asked, look, someone is picking him up, stop. That's it. Indra cried out, stop. It's death itself, Ashura said. Meanwhile in the world, well, hello, my guardian, said Death, or a skeleton in a cloak and a scythe. She picked him up and went into the house. 4 years have passed. The guy was a genius. At the age of 2, he could already run, walk and talk. At the age of 3, he could read and write. The girls were shocked by Naruto and began to fall in love with him and fight for him among themselves. Death itself was pleased. The guy was unusually calm and animals were hanging around him all the time. And especially his friend Raven named Macaw. Death taught Naruto theory. Naruto had a jacket with a tomo and a high collar. Under the jacket is a tomo t-shirt. The pants are white, as are the sandals. His hairstyle was like that of Uchiha Madara. He couldn't cut it or change it, it was exactly like Madara's, but now Naruto was running through the forest and came running to the macaw's nest. But when he looked there, he saw that the nest was destroyed and the macaw was lying dead and being eaten by some cat. Naruto had shock in his eyes. But in the eyes you could see rage and Sharingan with 3 tomo. Everything for 20 meters was enveloped in an aura of death. Frost began to appear. And Naruto himself took a stick that immediately sharpened. The girls felt that Naruto was not in control of himself. He attacked the cat and started killing it. Death was watching this. She felt sorry for the guy and she knocked him out and revived Aru, tying him to Naruto. Naruto woke up 4 hours later. Aunt Death, what happened to me? Naruto asked. Aru was killed in front of your eyes and you used my power and killed the cat, and I felt sorry for you and I resurrected Aru. Now he is related to you by blood. Death told. Thank you, Aunt Death, Naruto said and hugged Death. That we need to start your training. Death said okay, but what kind of abilities do I have from you? Naruto asked. You'll soon have a cape and a braid like mine. You can also control and communicate with animals. You can also kill a creature with one touch, if you want it. You also feel the soul and emotions. It's better than sensorics. Death told. Okay, when do we start? Naruto asked. Tomorrow we will study, and now start the awakening of the chakra. Death said okay, but how? Naruto asked a logical question. You need to sit in the lotus position and think about the light in the belly area. Death said good, said the Gie sat down in the lotus position and began awakening. After 5 hours, he woke her up. When he opened his eyes, he appeared in a snowy forest. But now he sees the temple. He went into it. When he came in, he saw a table and a bed. Indra and Ashura were sitting at the table. They smiled at the guy. And who are you? And where am I? Naruto asked. I am Indra Otsutsuki, said Indra, and I am Ashura Otsutsuki. You are our reincarnation. Ashura said, I see, but can the reincarnation of girls be a guy? Naruto asked. No, you are not the right reincarnation, like Uchiha Madara and Hashirama Senju. Indra told. EC, well, I think we'll make friends, Naruto said and smiled. Of course. Where are we going? Said Ashura. Okay, but I have to go, Naruto said and wanted to get out as he realized that he did not know where the exit was. Where's the exit? Naruto asked, smiling stupidly and scratching the back of his head. This made the girls laugh. Think that you want to get out of here and everything and back the same way, said Indra. The guy smiled at that and disappeared. He appeared in bed. Naruto, plans are changing, Death said in the sense of. Naruto asked. You have awakened the hearth, but I see your future. Some old man must take you away. He will be like your own grandfather, but for this I will need to leave. Don't worry, I've sealed my scythe and my cloak in your mark on my hand. To activate the label, just feed the chakra into it. When you are in that village, you open my gifts and I will come to you in the subconscious, Death told. From this, Naruto got a Sharingan that started spinning. It spun into a rhombus and there were crosses around the rhombus. But later he turned into a Rinnegan with 12 tomos. But Naruto was able to turn it off. My boy, you have awakened Manjiko and even Rinnegan. Your great-grandfather is Madara Uchiha, so you look like him, Death said and disappeared. She appeared in the subconscious. Who are you? And what are you doing into the subconscious of my receiver? Death asked sternly. Don't swear, Death is itself, the boy is our reincarnation and that's why we're here. Ashura said. Okay, but then you will also have to teach the boy, said Death. Well, and yes, I improved his eyes and now he won't go blind. Indra said. We will look after Naruto, Ashura said, and 3 chairs appeared at the table. Death sat down there and started watching Naruto. Naruto has awakened the gift of talking to animals and now they all obey him. He was sitting on the waterfall and watching the sunset, when someone put a hand on his shoulder. Turning around, Naruto saw the old man. He had a black and white kimono. His hair was black, as were his eyes, as well as a scar under his lip on his chin. Boy, what are you doing here? Danzo asked. I'm sitting, my only friend left, because he was ordered, and he was an animal from the draft, so I think what to do. He taught me to control the chakra and read, speak and write, Naruto said with playful sadness. Don't you want to live with me? Danzo asked. Inside he was told to take the boy to your house and raise him as a grandson. I don't mind, Naruto said, and a crow sat on his shoulder. This is my other best friend, Macaw. He doesn't know how to talk, said Naruto stroking the crow. Well, I was just on my way from the mission, let's go to Konoha, the old man said and smiled warmly. They went to Konoha. Naruto was calm even when the guardian appeared. They walked like that for a couple of days, because Naruto didn't know how to run through trees, but Naruto had a lot of stamina. When they arrived, they were met by two guards. Hello, Danzo-sama, and who is this with you? The guardian asked. I found this boy alone in the forest and decided to take him under my care, Danzo said. Well, come on, have a nice viewing, boy, said the guardian, and our heroes went to the Hokage's office. When they arrived there, they met Minato. Hello, Minato, I would like to hand over the mission and also take custody of one boy, Danzo said. Hello, Danzo-sama, okay, and where is this boy? Minato asked. Then a calm Naruto came out of Danzo's back. And he looked at the Hokage. Okay, how old are you and what's your name, boy? Minato asked. Naruto hid his tattoos. Well, my name is Naruto and I'm also 4 years old, Naruto said, counting on his fingers to show that the type of child is still, although Danzo chuckled to this. Naruto means, okay, now you're Naruto Shimura, do you agree? Minato asked. Good, said Naruto. That's good. We went home, Danzo said and began to walk out. Naruto trailed after him. They came to the house an hour later. It was two-storied. Danzo, though he did not live here, but with Naruto he will have to live here, and what will happen if a boy of 4 years old lives with Umbu murderers? Naruto-kun, choose any room on the second floor, said Danzo. Okay, Danzo-sama, said Naruto. Just call Grandpa Danzo. By the way, my old friend and his wife will come to visit us today, Danzo warned. Okay, Grandpa Danzo, Naruto said. He chose a room after 5 minutes. He chose a bright and at the same time dark room. There was a bed and a table. Naruto went down. Grandpa Danzo, I chose, warned Naruto. Okay, Naruto-kun, in an hour my friends will come, Hiruzen Sarutobi 3 Hokage and his wife Sarutobi bivouac, said Danzo. Stop. If your friend is Hokage, then who are you in the hierarchy, and Grandpa Danzo? Naruto asked. I am the village elder and the head of the Umbu root, Danzo said. And what is Umbu? Naruto asked. These are people who are very strong, they carry out serious missions, they protect the village from the shadows, said Danzo. I see, can I go to the training ground to practice? Naruto asked. What are you going to train? Danzo asked. Well, to improve the physical parameters and control over the chakra, said Naruto. You need to buy clothes, yours is very beautiful for training, let's go to the store, said Danzo. Good, said Naruto, and they went to the store. They stayed there for 30 minutes. Naruto bought one set, because he didn't like it anymore. He was bought a black sweater, it was not dense and therefore it was easier to train in it. Also Umbu pants and black shinobi sandals. Danzo didn't notice Naruto's tattoo. Later they returned home. There Naruto met Era and Naruto awakened a second gift to feel souls and emotions. Danzo had two emotions, it was joy and fun. He really liked the role of grandfather. But now Naruto was physically engaged, because Death said that it was useless to improve control so far. But then Danzo came up to him. Naruto, guests have come to us, go change and come down, and I see you haven't trained control? Danzo asked. No, it seems to me that it's too early yet, said Naruto. That's right, it rarely happens that children of your age can control the chakra at all, so don't play with the chakra and do it physically, in a week you can try it, Danzo said. He felt that Naruto had a large volume of chakra and it was white. Naruto went to his room and put on Otsutsuki's clothes. He was told that Naruto was Otsutsuki. Naruto went down and saw 3 Hokage and his wife. Hello, Hiruzen-sama and Bivouac-sama, I'm Naruto Shimura, Naruto said and bowed as a sign of acquaintance. Hello, Naruto-kun, does this mean Danzo adopted you? Hiruzen asked. Yes, me, said Naruto. Okay, come to the table. You're also eating. Naruto probably hungry, said Danzo. Thank you, of course, but I don't want to, it's all from childhood, said Naruto. In the sense of? Danzo asked, I'll tell you a secret, since childhood I cannot eat, drink and sleep, I do not know why, but it helped me to survive in the forest, said Naruto. Well, sit down and eat, you'll feel a new taste, Danzo said in shock. Okay, Grandpa Danzo, Naruto said and smiled. They sat down at the table. Naruto began to learn etiquette at the table. Naruto quickly learned everything and did not shout, because he understood that you need to be decent once you live with the elder of a large village. The guy immediately remembered everything and began to behave correctly at the table. Danzo and Hiruzen realized that the boy was a genius. They ate and talked. Naruto decided to go to the academy when he turned 7. Girl Danzo, can I borrow books from your library and read? Naruto asked. Of course, take books only from the compartments for jonins, chunins and genins, don't touch them further, there's secret data there, Danzo said. Good and thank you, said Naruto. You can go read if you want, Danzo said. Naruto thanked him for the food and went to the library. There he took books about the history of Konoha, the whole shinobi world and other books that take place at the academy. He managed to take all the books that take place at the academy. Danzo was stunned when he saw the books and the number. He sat with the guests and talked while Naruto read the whole story. So he read until morning. Danzo thought he was asleep and he was reading. Due to the fact that his hearth was awakened, he used Sharingan to read and see in the dark. But Danzo comes to him in the morning, get up Naruto, let's go to train physically, and maybe even teach control, and if you do everything today, then we'll see the elements, Danzo said. Well, Grandpa, by the way, I would already like to return the books to the library, Naruto said, taking the tower of books. Have you read all this? Danzo asked in shockes, I've been reading all night, and now it's still Boulder, said Naruto. Okay, so you already know the whole theory of the academy? Danzo asked. Yes, it remains only to bring iron throwing to the ideal and learn basic techniques, but what is the meaning of illusory clones? Naruto asked. I don't see it either, so I'll teach you shadow clone, they are more useful, they give you experience but also fatigue, but because you don't need human needs, then you are not afraid of fatigue as well as chakra exhaustion. I feel that you have a lot of chakra, said Danzo. Okay, let's go to training, Naruto said. In a training uniform they went to the training ground. Grandpa Danzo, who invented the shadow cloning technique? Naruto asked. My teacher, Tu Hokage Tobirama Senju, answered Danzo. Clearly, said Naruto. And so now there are 50 laps around the polygon, and 25 exercises each, let's go, said Danzo. Hi. Naruto replied and ran. He did everything in an hour. Well done, now you can do with the chakra, said Danzo. Okay, what should I do? Naruto asked. You need to climb to the top of the tree without hands. You need to feed the chakra to your feet. Find the golden mean. If you break a lot of wood, you will fall a little, okay? Danzo asked. Yes, the guy answered, and he started trying. Only after 4 hours did he succeed. Well done, I'm surprised. According to the idea, you need to train for a few days, because a lot of chakra is less control. Naruto said. Okay, we need to get to the water, but only I will tell one secret, and this one is not for anyone, Naruto said. And Danzo nodded and created a barrier of sound insulation. An illusory death has allowed him, and there will be no question for him that I did not live alone in the forest at all. I am the heir of death. I also have 2 of the 4 gifts. This is animal control and to feel a person's soul and his emotions, but there are 2 more. This is to see when this creature dies and kill with one touch whenever you want, said Naruto. Danzo was in shock. But he was looking at Naruto as usual. But because of this, I look like a Shinigami. A Shinigami is the grandson of death, and Otsutsuki are semi-gods, and I became a pure-blood god. But since birth I have the seal of death and the tattoo of death, said Naruto, and showed everything clearly. I'm surprised, Danzo said. Well, I'm also Madara's great grandson, and I woke up Sharingan with 3 Tomo. I told Naruto you're a copy of Madara and it will be easier with Sharingan. I have a girl in Umbu who will be able to teach you, said Danzo. No need, a lot of noise, and secondly, I am the reincarnation of the daughters of the sage 6 ways and now the founders of the Uchiha clan and Senju are sitting in my subconscious, as well as death itself, Naruto said clearly. I think it's better to put on this seal, Danzo said and handed the guy a piece of paper with a seal. And what is this seal? The guy asked. This is protection for your brain. If you put it on, no one will be able to take it to your head, said Danzo. Naruto put on and nothing happened to him, but a protective barrier appeared in the subconscious, and so the training continued. Time skipped 3 years. During this time, he became as strong as death, because he learned from her 2 gifts and the death senjutsu. Flashback. Naruto, now we would know your elements, said Danzo holding out 5 leaves. Good, said the guy and held the chakra. 1 leaf crusted, 2 turned into biomass, 3 the infinity sign appeared. What does it mean? Naruto asked. Well, you have a Makuten, probably because you are the reincarnation of the founder of Senju in biomass. Because of her you don't need human needs, and 3 I don't know, said Danzo. But then the macaw sat on the guy's shoulder. I know, death took control of the aura. This is the infinity gene, which means that Naruto has an infinite chakra. There is no need to improve the control, I made it perfect, Death said, and macaw became an ordinary crow. And flashback, Naruto's mark moved to the palm of his hand. When Naruto used the death senjutsu, lines appear from his mark. They beautifully wrap around the guy's arm and his half of the face. He studied the genomes ideally. Mokuton was assisted by Ashura and Umbu from the root. He coped with the biomass himself. It is only necessary to imagine there. Naruto learned to use the gift of seeing when a creature dies and killing with 1 touch. It doesn't matter if it's dead or immortal, the body is simply destroyed. Naruto also developed ninja skills such as Tai, Ken, Buken, Fuin. He honed to the shinobi god. So is Dojutsu. The guy had 3 abilities, Amaterasu, his control, and Kamui. He had a white samurai. The samurai had a Metsu Tatsuka artifact. But when Susanoo is in the form of a humanoid, then he has 2 heads and 4 hands, and if completed, then 1 head and 2 hands. Naruto also learned how to use a scythe. He decided when he became a shinobi, he would start wearing the cloak of death. Danzo watched him train. Death after Naruto became at her level left Naruto began to get depressed. But Ashura and Indra brought her out. By the way, now Naruto can kill people as well as resurrect. And the ability to touch death can be turned off. The guy got taller and stronger, and his guy in his pants got bigger in general. Naruto also learned all the non-spontaneous techniques of Konoha, Rasengan, flickering step, Hiraishin, shadow cloning, henge, replacement cloning of weapons, etc. He also learned all the techniques of Rinnegan and 2 personal features. This is the replacement and stopping time for 2 minutes. Flashback, a day has passed since death left Naruto's subconscious. He was offended and he was sitting in the woods. But then someone hugs him. Turning, he saw Indra and Ashura. Don't be sad, we'd better go to the temple, it's warmer there. Ashura said okay, let's go, Naruto said. Entering, Naruto was pushed onto the bed. And the girls took off their kimonos. The guy had a view of 2 beautiful bodies. The guy immediately created a clone from biomass. Both guys also took off their clothes and the girls saw the monster ready for a cupcake. They sat down in front of Naruto and started licking him. The guys were moaning with pleasure. But Ashura wanted to see how Naruto, or rather his clone, would react to this, and she began to masturbate his banana breasts. The guys could not restrain themselves and finished right on the girls or in their mouth. The girls started kissing by sharing the seed. But they also wanted to be satisfied. They sat on the guy's face. The same ones began to lick the bosom. Side by side first. But later and inside. The girls were moaning and they liked it. After a couple of minutes, they finished right on their faces. The guys licked it all off and picked up the girls and pulled them into a kiss. They gave them a taste of themselves. The girls smiled as a sign that they liked it. But the guys also wanted to have fun and began to enter them slowly. The girls clung to the guys. They scratched them and held on to their hair. The guys understood that this was the first time for them and they needed to be gentle. The guys have already rested on the hymen and looked at the girls. The same ones just nodded, but you could catch fear in their gaze. The guys tore the hymen with a sharp push. The girls shouted. The banana started bleeding. But after a minute, the girls smiled and the guys understood the sign and started hammering them. So they finished off 5 hours of them. Guys come and girls and they also come. But the girls were tired and could no longer and just lay down. Naruto dispelled the clone and lay down between the girls and they hugged him. We love you, Naru, said Indra. I love you too, said Naruto. Stop. You're in us. Ashura shouted. Yes, but I put a seal on myself, now if I come in someone, she won't get pregnant. So don't worry, Zai, but I can also remove this seal, said Naruto. When you turn 24 just like us, we will get out of you, and you will stay alive. The girls said okay, I love you, said Naruto. We love you too. The girls exclaimed and hugged the guy gently and lovingly. End flashback. Now Naruto is still in the same suit in all white and is going to the academy with Tomo. He didn't want to, but he was forced under the pretext that he needed to find friends. Naruto walked along with Danzo. They really became like grandfather and grandson. They constantly played shogi, where Naruto won, but because of Danzo's experience, it was hard for him to win it. They approached the academy. There were clansless and clannish. Naruto looked at the clan. He noticed that there were 2 boys and 1 girl of 7 years old from the Uchiha. There were Itachi Uchiha, Shisui Uchiha and Izumi Uchiha. Shisui and Itachi were dressed in ordinary Uchiha clothes in black, but Izumi was purple, just as Itachi Uchiha was the son of the head of the clan. Naruto has seen these and also knows that they are kind. Shisui and Itachi also had black hair, while Izumi had brown. But Naruto looked at Nara. He saw their pineapple-headed, Shikamaru Nara, son of the head. He is very lazy. Naruto met him in the clearing where he was sleeping. But Naruto was interested in him, that he was a good strategist in the future. Then Naruto looked at the Hokage family. Menma Namikaze is Hokage's son and an arrogant bastard. Naruto saw how he and Kiba and Hinata mocked the weak, and every time Naruto drove them away and helped the weak. Everyone heard it and respected the guy. Later Minato found out about it. He punished Menma for such things. Menma did not change but shone less, so he is stupid as a cork, and always hides behind the title of his father. Naruto got goosebumps from him. Danzo noticed this and smiled. All the girls looked at Naruto with love, at Menma only because he was the son of Hokage, and Naruto himself was beautiful, like an angel himself. Naruto got bored and he invited Danzo to play shogi. Nara noticed this and became interested. Danzo agreed, because 1 hour to stand and listen to the nonsense that one Hokage came up with. Nara watched the game instead of listening to Hokage. When Minato was talking, he noticed that Naruto was playing with Danzo. He also became interested. He talked and watched the game. It was clear that Danzo seriously plays 100% the same way as Naruto. But then Danzo made the wrong move and Naruto smiled. He made a move and won the Danzo. Danzo also smiled and patted Naruto's hair. But adults were afraid of Naruto, because he is an exact copy of Madara Uchiha, and so, now let the children touch the ball, if green then C, if blue A and if red S class, said Minato. The clan ones were in the S class, but Menma and Sakura also got there. But now there were those Uchiha and they also had red, and the last one, Naruto Shimura, shouted Minato. Danzo tapped Naruto on the shoulder, and he himself was already walking towards the ball. The ball was 10 meters away. They were shocked by the guy's costume, but someone tripped him up. Naruto stepped on this foot with such force that the man could not stand for a week anymore. And he looked at everyone with indifference and coldness. And the ball was already black with white discs. These discs showed the color of the chakra. His chakra was icy and calm. And the ball itself began to crack. Naruto just clicked his finger and the ball exploded because of the chakra. Everyone was in shock. Class, Minato said in shock. All the children went to their classes. The guy decided to go last. When he came in, all the girls looked at him with love and some with respect. Naruto went to the penultimate desk. Itachi, Izumi, and Shisui were already sitting there. When Naruto approached them, "Can I sit down?" Naruto asked calmly. "Yes, of course," Izumi said and smiled. From this smile, Naruto had a barely visible blush. He sat down and removed the blush. "Hello children, I am Yumino Irika, your teacher for 5 years, now introduce yourself as me and you can go home," said the teacher. "You know my name, I love ramen, I don't like bad students, the dream is to become the director of the academy and the goal is to make strong shinobi out of you," said the teacher. "And so the first Itachi Uchiha," said the teacher. The guy came out and looked at everyone. "I am Itachi Uchiha, I love family and dango, the dream is to find the meaning of life, the goal is to become a worthy head of the clan." Itachi introduced himself. "Okay, Izumi Uchiha," said the teacher. "I am Izumi Uchiha, I love one guy in dango, I don't like that, there are no dreams and goals either," Izumi said. "So, Shisui Uchiha," said the teacher. "I am Shisui Uchiha, I love family, he was adopted by Fugaku and Mikoto, the dream is world peace," said the cheerful Uchiha. Naruto's thoughts, "And he's definitely an Uchiha, they're all damn with a brick face, well, except for my Indra, she's beautiful and also funny, but this is only in the family." The end of Naruto's thoughts. "And so Menma Namikaze," shouted the teacher. "I am Menma Namikaze, I love family and Hinata. I don't like Naruto, my dream and goal is to become Hokage." Menma spoke arrogantly. "And so it went on for a long time. And so the last one, Naruto Shimura," said the teacher, who expected everything from the grandson of an elder, albeit an adopted one. Our hero came out with his hands in his pocket. He walked calmly and looked at everyone coldly. "Any girl who looks at his eyes will be covered with goosebumps." "I am Naruto Shimura, I love family, I don't like arrogant turkeys who can only talk and can, the dream and goal is to be recognized by Uchiha Madara himself and all 9 Biju," said Naruto without a shred of interest. "A good goal and a dream, I wish you good luck," said the teacher, who was surprised by such an answer. "Yes, you're arrogant yourself and you can only talk." Menma shouted. Then a cold wind blew for 10 meters, Chunin felt death itself and began to tremble. He controls it. Animal fear enveloped everyone. Naruto began to slowly approach Menma, who was shaking with fear. "And why are you silent, tell me to my face." Naruto ordered. "I told you to talk." Naruto said and hit Menma's leg. "Izviini," mumbled Menma. The aura disappeared and Naruto sat back down. "So okay, you can go home," Irika said and went to the teacher's room himself. Naruto just teleported with the help of Hiraition to Danzo. "All grandpa, we can go home," said Naruto and smiled. "Well, let's go, I hope I didn't kill anyone?" Danzo asked in furies. "No, I just released an aura when Menma started insulting me," Naruto said, as if this was an ordinary thing. Parents were afraid for their children, and especially Kushin. But the students left the academy. Menma was trembling all over like any child. Naruto came home and played shogi with his grandfather and went into the subconscious. There he played cards with the girls and won. Ashura and Indra made offended pug. And Naruto, as a sign of apology, took up a cupcake with them. Meanwhile, the Uchiha and Shisui were walking and thinking about Naruto. But when they got home they went to the kitchen where they were given soup. When they ate the soup and gave tea in Dango, well, tell me, Mikoto asked. Yes, as a class, as an academy in itself? Fugaku asked. Well, it's boring at the academy, Itachi said wistfully, but you can make a lot of friends there, Shursui encouraged with a smile. And how is the class? Mikoto asked. Well, everyone there wants to become strong or Hokage or clan heads. I like the goal and dream of one guy, Itachi said, and Shursui nodded in agreement. And who is he? And what did he say? Fugaku asked seriously, because he knew that Itachi was not so easy to interest. Naruto Shimura, Itachi said. Can I tell you? Shursui asked with a smile. He made everyone laugh all the time and made them smileys. Of course, Itachi said and smiled, because he is glad that he has such a brother. His goal is to be recognized by 9 Biju and Uchiha Madara himself. Shursui said the parents were shocked by this. Is he by any chance Danzo Shimura's grandson? Fugaku asked. Yes, he is really adopted, but I will say so he became an idol of the academy like Shursui and me, but Menma is generally a nonentity, arrogant, Itachi said sullenly. Okay, well, you need to rest, so eat and go to bed, said Fugaku and headed to the office to work. The children decided not to argue and went to bed. At Namikaze, what have you done again? Irritated Minato. There's nothing, I introduced myself as always that I want to become a Hokage and I love Hinata, and Naruto called me an arrogant turkey, said Menma. If so, then tomorrow we will ask Naruto personally. If I lied, then you will be forbidden to walk for 3 weeks, Minato said sternly. Menma was scared. In the morning Danzo and Naruto ate and talked. Naruto took a book about military tactics with him. But then they heard a knock. Your seti, Grandpa, I'll open it, Naruto said and went to the door. He opened it and saw Umbu Hokage. What do you want? Naruto asked. You and Danzo-sama are asked to come to the Hokage now, Umbu said and disappeared. Naruto closed the door and went to the kitchen. Who was there? Danzo asked. Yes, Umbu Hokage, they asked us two to come now, Naruto said in a trembling voice. Okay, now we'll finish and go, said Danzo and began to eat faster. In 5 minutes they finished eating and teleported to the Hokage. Why did you call, Minato? Danzo asked. Yes, we had an incident yesterday. Menma told me that Naruto just called him an arrogant turkey, but I want to hear from Naruto's face, because I know there's no point in lying to him, Minato said. Well, he introduced himself and said that he hated me. I didn't react and I introduced myself and said that I don't like arrogant turkeys. He began to translate the arrows that I was arrogant myself. I couldn't stand it, so I taught him a lesson, said Naruto. Well, I believe Naruto, he has never deceived me, Minato said and looked menacingly at the pale Menma. Can I go now? Danzo asked in a trembling voice. Yes, sorry to bother you, Minato said. Okay, go Naruto to Sharaga, said Danzo and began to go to the root base. High, said Naruto and disappeared in the lightning like Indra. He appeared at the office. He knocked. Come in, Irika said. Sorry for being late, Hokage called, said Naruto. All right, come on in, Irika said. Naruto sat down in the same place as yesterday. Those 3 Uchiha were sitting next to me. Shursui is near Naruto, Itachi is between Shursui and Izumi. Irika was telling a shinobi story. Naruto was reading a book about tactics. Shursui also listened to Itachi and Izumi. So the lesson passed. But at recess, Shursui became attached to Naruto. Naruto, let's be friends. Shursui exclaimed. Why would you do that? Naruto asked. We people can't live without communication and friends, and I want a lot of friends, Shursui said and smiled. Yuri, a strange Uchiha, you're pushing. Okay, I agree, Naruto said and then began to read. So the lessons went by, but Irika was furious that Naruto was reading a book and not listening to him. He threw chalk at Naruto. But he just caught it with 2 fingers. Naruto, if you don't listen to me, does it mean that you know the topic? Irika asked. Yes, Naruto said calmly while reading the book. Tell me, who had the Makoto genome? Irika asked. Hashirama Senju, Naruto answered everything by reading Who won, Madara Uchiha or Hashirama Senju in the Valley of Completion? Iruka asked Senju, said Naruto and read the book again. Well done, 5, said Iruka and continued to tell. The Uchiha were shocked. Why Naruto wants recognition from the one who lost? When the lessons ended, Naruto wanted to disappear as he was called. Hey, Naruto, why do you want a confession from Madara Uchiha if he lost to Hashirama Senju? Shisui asked. Oh, do you have time? Naruto asked. Yes, Shisui said. Naruto took him by the shoulder and they disappeared in a flash. Hiration is a flash and in lightning it is the Shunshin of Indra. They appeared at the training ground. Madara just needed to go to rest, he initiated his death, Naruto said and moved Shisui to the Uchiha quarter and appeared at home himself. Timeskip 5 years. During this time, Naruto has improved his brains. Now he can safely defeat Danzo. He was at the academy now. He was sitting in class and the Uchiha were sitting next to him as usual. Iruka came into the office and so now I will call the teams and sensei, later wait for sensei, said Iruka. Team 7, Naruto Shimura, Itachi Uchiha and Shisui Uchiha, Sensei Kakashi Hatake. Team 8, Kiba Inuzuka, Hinata Hyuga, Shino Aburame, Sensei Kurenai Yuhi. Team 9, Menma Namikaze, Izumi Uchiha and Han Senju, Sensei Kushina Uzumaki. Team 10, Shikamaru Nara, Choji Akimichi and Ino Yamanaka, Sensei Asuma Sarutobi. Zeit your sensei, said Iruka. He's gone. Sensei started to pick up their genins and after a couple of hours, Team 7 was sitting and waiting for Kakashi. Where is this sensei? Shisui was already nervous. Yes, now he will come, said Naruto and then Kakashi walks in the door. Salam, Kakashi senpai, said Naruto. Hi Naruto, let's go to the roof, we'll meet there, Kakashi said and disappeared. Naruto took Itachi and Shisui by the shoulders and disappeared in a flash. And so, I'm Kakashi Hatake, I love and dislike a lot, there are no dreams and goals, but a hobby to read, said Kakashi. I am Shisui Uchiha. I love family, I don't like traitors, my dream is a world without wars. Said Shisui. I am Itachi Uchiha, I love one girl and a family, the dream is a world without a warrior and the goal is to become a worthy head of the clan. Itachi Sadie. Am Naruto Shimura, I love family, I don't like arrogant people, the dream and goal is to be recognized by Madara and all 9 Biju, said Naruto. Okay, I see you are good partners, so let's go carry out missions, Kakashi said and turned into smoke. Naruto also moved his team to the residence. There they began to carry out D-rank missions. A month has passed. During this time, our team carried out missions and trained. But now they were standing at the Hokage and so, you are given a C-rank mission, escorting a bridge builder, Minato said, giving the scroll. An hour later at the gate, Kakashi said and disappeared. An hour later they were standing at the gate and waiting for the customer. A drunk customer came in 5 minutes later. Why are you in such a state? Kakashi asked sternly. I am the customer, come on, said the drunken bridge builder. Naruto couldn't stand it and released an aura. Everything at a distance of 5 meters was penetrated by animal fear. The sake bottle cracked and the bridge builder became sober. The aura was gone. Not when you don't dare to talk to us like that, you order our protection, so respect us, Naruto said sternly. Thank you, Naruto, we're moving out, Kakashi said and they moved into the land of waves. Nothing happened along the way. They were walking, because the customer is not a shinobi, and he is afraid of Naruto because of the aura. But after 5 hours, our team met a puddle. Naruto felt 2 souls. He threw kunai with explosion tags there. The team, except Kakashi, thought that he had gone with his head, but 2 carcasses of Nukanins flew out of the puddle. Naruto reacted calmly to this. Well done, let's move on, said Kakashi and they went on. After 7 hours they came to the river. Get down. Kakashi shouted and captured the bridge builder, Shisui, and Itachi. Naruto was not going to lie down and his body was cut off by the floor. From this, Shisui and Itachi's Sharingan with 2 tomo lit up in their eyes. Naruto just took another part of the body and grew like a mass to it. They were shocked by this. The sword crashed into a tree and a man jumped on it. Half of his face was bandaged. The hairstyle was a crew cut and the hair was charcoal. And Kiri's bandage is crossed out on her forehead. Zabuza Mami, swordsman of the mist or the demon of the bloody mist, said as if he had read Kakashi Sharingan himself and the kids, "Give the bridge builder and you will stay alive." Zabuza said, "Fuck you." Zabuza said, "Naruto, I'm rude to you, kid." Zabuza said, and Naruto's ass appeared. He threw a punch to kill the guy. But Naruto's hand became like a sword. He took the blow and kicked him in the torso. The swordsman flew 2 meters away. "Aren't you a bad kid? What's wrong with your arm?" Zabuza asked. "I have a biomass genome, I can turn my body into whatever I want," said Naruto, and he ran to Zabuza. Zabuza ran at Naruto. The guy turned his other hand into a sword. He made a cutting right punch. But Zabuza put his sword under attack. The same sword was flying from the other side. Zabuza just dodged, but the sword grazed the swordsman's torso. "Yeah, it's boring," Naruto said, and a cloak and a braid appeared on him. "It's time to dance. Zabuza, you won't leave alive. A cut of this braid and you will die, and if I touch you, then you will die too," said Naruto. He ran to Zabuza. He made a slash at Zabuza from the left. But he put his sword under attack. Naruto already wanted to touch the swordsman as he moved away from the blow. The guy just sealed the scythe and threw 4 kunai across the square. The guy folded the seals and a barrier of 4 crimson lights appeared. Kakashi and Genin were shocked by the barrier that only shinobi above the rank of Kage can create. Naruto started folding the seals again. And then a dragon came out of the ground. This dragon flew to Zabuza. But he dodged and ran at Naruto. He started the fight in taijutsu. Kick, block, sit down. Naruto tried to hit Zabuza, but he was seriously fighting. Naruto got tired of it during the strike. When Zabuza stepped back from the blow, Naruto turned his hand into a long katana. This katana pierced Zabuza's heart. Zabuza fell to his knees. "KHH, thank you for the fight. KHH, take my sword as a reward and touch me please. KHH, please fulfill my request." The Lord said the last words of Zabuza and closed his eyes. All his words were heard by other genins. "I am Naruto Shimura. I was glad to fight with you. I respect you as a shinobi," Naruto said, and knelt down in front of Zabuza's corpse and bowed in gratitude. Naruto sealed the sword and took the carcass of Zabuza and went to the beautiful shore. The barrier disappeared and his team ran to him. "Well, our lord, it's time for us to go home to Tazuna-san and then we'll bury him," said Kakashi. But then a crow landed on Naruto's shoulder. Car. The crow croaked. "It's clear," Naruto said, and folded the seals, and a wooden cup appeared. A minute later, senbons from the ice flew into the dome. "How can you talk to crows?" "I have the only call of ravens," Itachi asked. "I don't have a call, but I can talk to all the animals and they listen to me. This is my secret," said Naruto. "Okay, what are we going to do?" Shisui asked. "That's what, bear?" Naruto shouted. He ran from the forest to the attacker. The attacker did not expect this and died from the paws of the bear. "He also needs to be buried. He was dear to Zabuza," said Naruto. "Okay," said Kakashi, and they went into the house. There they ate and went to the funeral. Only Team 7 went there. Kakashi created the pits. Shisui and Itachi put the corpses in the pits. Later, Kakashi buried the corpses. Naruto made statues where Zabuza with Kubika Ribocho was depicted. And the second is a man in a mask and ice needles. "Sleep well," Naruto said, and bowed and went home. "Naruto, where did you become so strong?" Itachi asked. "It's a long story," Naruto said, and they guarded Tedzuna for 5 days. And on the last day, Mangetsu Hozuki came with the Hiramakari sword. Where is Zabuza?" Mangetsu asked. I killed him, one-on-one, he was buried at his request and he gave me the sword as a reward for the fight, said Naruto. Okay, well, let's see what you're worth, Mangetsu said. Naruto ran to Mangetsu. His left hand turned into a sword. They started dancing. Mangetsu did not dominate because of Naruto's fighting style, but experience gave him an advantage. Naruto strikes with his right hand with a sword. But Mangetsu dodged the blow. Naruto abruptly does a somersault and kicks in the head. Mangetsu makes a block and kicks Naruto aside. The guy manages to put a block and flies off by 2 meters. Naruto takes and turns his hand into a hammer. He runs to Mangetsu. He makes a cutting blow with his sword, but Mangetsu goes to the side, but then Naruto abruptly turns around and hits Mangetsu with a hammer. Mangetsu flies 5 meters away. And you're an interesting kid, just because of the experience I can hold out against you. What did Zabuza call you there? Mangetsu asked. The Lord, replied the guy. Well, I recognize you as the Lord, Mangetsu said. Here a crow sits on Naruto's shoulder and a scythe appears in Naruto's hands, and now if I cut you at least once, then you will die, Naruto said and ran to Mangetsu. He made a split, but Mangetsu dodged. Naruto also made sharp punches, but now Naruto made a slash from this blow. Mangetsu dodged. Forming a katana from his hand, he aimed to pierce as Mangetsu removed his torso from under the blow. There are a couple of millimeters left to the body. But then the hand returned to its normal hand and touches the Mangetsu. He coughed up blood. KHH, how? KHH was not hurt by the scythe, asked Mangetsu. Even if I touch you, you will also die, but I can turn it off, Naruto said. KHH, I confirm your nickname of the Lord of KHH, my sword is yours, Mangetsu said the last words. Naruto bowed before the corpse. But then Gato's gang appeared at the end of the bridge. Ha, 2 mist swordsmen couldn't kill the kids, kill them, said Gato. Naruto got angry. And his hands turned into swords. Don't climb, or you'll die too, Naruto said, looking at the team. They nodded. Naruto ran to the horde. Running up, he pierced the heart. But they immediately tried to cut off his head from the other side. Katana is beaten off by another sword. Naruto pulls the sword out of the carcass and makes a sharp U-turn and cuts off the robber's head. But the swords turned into hands. And a scythe appeared in his hand. He ran to the horde. Made a blow and the corpse falls to the concrete. Naruto folds the seals and bullets from the mass are released from his mouth. These bullets pierced the heads of 3. The free hand turns into a hammer. He made a wave and the corpses fell again. But then he just hits with a hammer and everyone is scattered. The scythe is gone and the hand is turned into a normal shape. But Kubikuribocho and Hiramakari appear in Naruto's hands. He slowly began to approach. Gato trembled seeing everything in Naruto's blood. I'm going to kill you, you jerk, Naruto said and made 2 swings. Seconds later, Gato began to fall onto the concrete. But Naruto kicks him into the water. After a couple of seconds, the carcass falls into the water. We can continue the construction, said Naruto and they continued the construction. After 2 days, they finished and said goodbye to the residents. Thank you very much, if it wasn't for you, said the resident Yuri. Welcome, Shursui said and they went to Konoha. And what shall we call the bridge? The resident asked. The Bridge of Death, said Tedzuna. A good name, said the resident. Our team reached the village in 7 hours. Our team was climbing trees. When they arrived, they went to the Hokage's office. After entering, Hiruzen and Danzo were also sitting there. Hokage-sama, the mission was of S rank, but we completed it, Kakashi reported. What? Isn't anyone hurt? Minato asked. No, Kakashi said. Let's go into more detail, Hiruzen said. Hi. On the way, 2 Nukenin rank Chunin demon brothers were waiting for us. Naruto noticed them and threw an explosion at them. They died from this, Kakashi said. So how are you feeling, Naruto? Danzo asked normally, either you or you. I'm a shinobi, said Naruto. Is it clear what happened later? Minato asked. Then we were attacked by Zabuza Mami, but he was killed by Naruto and got the nickname the Lord and the Sword Kubikurabochi, said Kakashi. Adults except Danzo looked at Naruto with shock. We buried him at his request and he bequeathed me a sword, said Naruto. Okay, then, said Minato. Later, Mangetsu Hozuki attacked, but also fell at the hands of Naruto, and Mangetsu confirmed the nickname ruler, said Kakashi. And where will you put the swords? Danzo asked. Well, I'll give my children, I don't need them, I just collected these swords for them, Naruto said clearly. Minato Namikaze, Naruto, are being promoted to the rank of elite jonin, do you agree, Danzo-sama and Hiruzen-sama? Minato asked. Of course I agree, but they have an exam for Chunin soon. Danzo said. Yes, I also agree, and I have the same thoughts, said Hiruzen. Yes, but on the mission of Team 5, where Izumi Uchiha was, one genin died, only Izumi Uchiha survived, and Menma can no longer be a Chunin. He was smashed by the SEC, and Kushina was wounded but was able to carry them. The masked man killed Khan, Minato said clearly. Then Naruto will perform missions separately, and we will add Izumi Uchiha to the 7 team, Danzo said. Well, here is your reward. And I asked Naruto to stay, asked Minato. Team 7 left after taking the money. Naruto was standing in front of the Hokage, but Kakashi left a scroll with more details about the mission. Naruto, I understand that you are already on the strength as an elite Umbu, 2 swordsman is high, what do you lack to become at the level of Kage? Minato asked. Combat experience, I need fights in Kenjutsu and Taijutsu with Umbu, but it's possible with Umbu route, said Naruto clearly. I would like you to be a stage 3 examiner, Minato said. Right away. Good, said Naruto. Minato started writing down the documents. Taking this paper and Jonin's vest, he approached Naruto, wear it with pride, elite Jonin Naruto Shimura, Minato said with a smile and pulling his hand for a handshake. I serve Konoha. Naruto said and returned the handshake. Okay, go, Naruto, it's better to go to the 3rd training ground, there will be 2 Jonins there, I'll send them to spar with you. These are Mato Gai in Taijutsu and Gekko Heiate in Kenjutsu, they are the best in the village in these skills, Minato said. Thank you, but I'll have to tell you about my genome, only Grandpa Danzo and Team 7 know about it, Naruto said. His hand turned into a spear that was at Minato's neck, and later a crow flew into the window and started cawing. Naruto turned his hand into an ordinary hand. Minato and Hiruzen were shocked by this. What is this genome? Minato asked. This is the biomass genome, Naruto said. Is it clear what you can do thanks to this genome? Minato asked. Thanks to him, I cannot eat, drink or sleep, as well as transform into any creature and turn my body into a weapon and something else, Naruto said, and turned into a bird. Clearly, it cannot be transplanted through cells. Minato asked. No, a person will die if he gets my cells, they cannot be controlled. Grandfather Danzo, with my permission, transplanted them to the criminal and he turned into biomass. Yes, if it was possible, I would not have given the cells, Naruto growled and began to release an aura. This aura covered only the Hokage's office. Danzo more or less held on because he felt it during the war and when Naruto was angry. But Minato and Hiruzen were trembling. XX is good, we won't touch you, said Minato, and even when I die, my body and my wives will burn after death, otherwise it will turn out like with Hashirama Senju, said Naruto. Go, Naruto-kun, said Danzo. Okay, don't stay too long, Naruto said and left. He went to the 3rd polygon. Heiate and Guy arrived 30 minutes later. Aren't you Naruto? Guy asked. Yes I am, are you Gekko Heiate and Mato Guy? Asked Naruto. Yes, we are, the Jonins answered clearly. I will fight in Kenjutsu and my clone in Taijutsu, my clones cannot be dispelled by blows, Naruto said. The same clone got out of him. Do they also pass on experience? Heiate asked. Yes, let's go, Naruto said and attacked. They fought like that until the evening. Naruto has risen well in experience, now he can defeat Guy and Heiate in 10 minutes, our new Team 7 was going to the academy. When they arrived, they went to the second floor. There they noticed a crowd in a Type 301 office, but Shursui looked in that direction with a Sharingan. He saw that it was Genjutsu. He pointed up. They went upstairs where Sensei met them. "Good luck to you," Kakashi said and smiled with his eye. "Thank you, Sensei," the genins said. Our genins entered the audience. The audience was large. There were many desks and a large blackboard. There were also windows all over the wall. The genins began to be pressured by ki or bloodlust. Our genins were not afraid. And they wanted to pass as a voice stopped them. "Hi, where are Menma, Han, and Naruto?" Shikamaru asked, and Menma will no longer be able to become a shinobi, and Han died on a mission. Naruto was promoted because of his strength and skills, Itachi said clearly. "Let's hope for luck," Choji said while eating chips. But then the door is knocked out. A man of 30 to 40 years with a bandana on his head enters the office. He had scars on his face. "Everyone shut up and take your seats." The man shouted. The genins dispersed and the man approached the blackboard on which all the desks are standing. Shinobi above the rank and older also entered, and so, "I am Marino Ibiki, the examiner of the first stage. You will be given forms, there are 9 questions on it. Your task is to fulfill them. 10 questions I will ask later. It is forbidden to write off. If you are noticed, then you will get -10 points and you will have only 3 comments. And if a member of the team writes to 0 points, the team is disqualified," said the man. "Let's get started." The man shouted. Genins began to write off. Someone wrote it himself. Shino was cheating with the help of bugs. Hinata and Neji were written off with the help of Byakugan. Tenten with mirrors. Kiba with the help of Ninken, puppy, and our Uchiha with the help of Sharingan. After 35 minutes, put down the sheets. "Now there will be 10 questions, said Ibiki. The genins put down the leaves and began to look at the Ibiki. "And so, if you do not answer the 10th question, then you will no longer become chunins. If you leave, then in a year you will try your luck again," said Ibiki, pressing his ki. "Half gone." Ibiki looked at everyone with a cold gaze. Everyone cringed at his gaze. "But after 5 minutes, and so who's left, passed," said Ibiki. "But why?" Genin exclaimed. "Chunins should take risks, who does not take risks is not a shinobi," said Ibiki. "But something flies in the window." Ibiki closes the poster where there was an inscription, "Give youth." A girl of 25 to 30 years old stood in front of the poster. She had purple hair. She had sharp facial features, size 4 breasts. She was in a naked and tight suit. A skirt covers below the waist. She was also wearing a raincoat. The hair was in a ponytail. "And so, I'm the examiner of the second stage, Anko Mitarashi. I'm waiting for everyone in an hour at the gate to landfill 44 or the forest of death," Anko said and flew back. Genins went to the landfill. When they arrived, they saw Anko. "And so, you need to get a couple of heaven and water scrolls. For this you need to find a team with a certain scroll. It is forbidden to open them. You are given 7 days for this," after who did not have time to be disqualified. "You will also need to sign a document," Anko said, showing the scrolls and the document. "And what kind of document?" Genin asked. "This document that Konoha is not responsible for you," said Anko and grinned. The grin made me shudder. But they started signing documents and taking the scrolls. And they went into the forest. Our team had a sky scroll. They were walking through a dense forest. The tree trunks were wide and large. Our team was looking for some other team. But after 6 hours, a team from the rain got in their way. "What kind of scroll do you have?" Izumi asked. "Earth," replied Aim. Our team fired fireballs at them. Sharingans were also included. They were taught to use them in the clan. But they were attacked in Kenjutsu. Shursui and Itachi were with Tanto, but Izumi was with Konami. But ours coped with them. They ran into the tower. They ran there 2 days later. But it turned out that they were not the first to arrive. The first team from the sand arrived, the Kazekage children. Our team entered the hall. When they entered, Shursui decided to open the scrolls. Kakashi appeared from there. Well done, but you are not the first to come, said Kakashi-an. Who are the first? Izumi asked. A team of sand, Kazekage children, said Kakashi-an. How long do we have to sit here? Shursui asked. Another 5 days, Kakashi replied. And what are we going to do here? Shursui exclaimed. Sit down and you can practice, I'll show you everything, said Kakashi. Kakashi showed them where the dining room, the landfill and their rooms are. And our team started waiting. Time skipped 5 days. During this time, our team trained. But at the moment, all the past genins are standing against Anko, the heads of the clan and the Hokage with the elders. Hokage stepped forward, and so, there are too many of you, and at stage 3 there will be Kazekage and high-standing people. Therefore, now the fights will take place and the winners will move to stage 3. The examiner of the third stage, this is, Minato, did not have time to finish as a wooden dome appeared in front of the genins. This dome collapsed and a guy of about 12 years old appeared there in white shinobi sandals, in white pants, in a white jacket with a tomo, in white gloves without fingers. The guy had white skin as well as hair that was up to the hips and also in the shape of a hedgehog. The face was aristocratic. Adults saw in him the young god of the shinobi world, Uchiha Madara. I am Shimura Naruto, the examiner of the third stage. Naruto said calmly. Yes, start, said Minato and went to the place. And so the first fight, Uchiha Itachi and Kachi from Konoha, said Naruto. The named came out opposite each other, and so the rules are. It is forbidden to use someone else's chakra, in the form of a biju or senjutsu chakra. It is also forbidden to use medicine and medications. Who uses it will be disqualified, Naruto said sternly. Let's get started. Naruto shouted. Itachi ran to taijutsu. It was clear that the prince of the Uchiha clan dominates without Sharingan. Blow, block, slope. But now Itachi hit in the head. But Kachi dodged and turned his head to the left. But Uchiha took him by the collar and jumped over him and threw him into the Kachi wall. Naruto appeared at the knocked out Kachi and started checking his pulse. There was a pulse, which meant that he was knocked out. The winner is Uchiha Itachi. Doctors take genin away, said Naruto and went to the place. The doctors took the guy on a stretcher and Itachi went to the team, Izumi, Uchiha and Sabaka no Temari. Please go to the center of the hall, said Naruto. The girls went to the center to the examiner. Have you heard the rules and are you ready? Naruto asked. Yes. The girls answered. Let's get started. Naruto shouted. Temari immediately jumped back and opened her fan. Izumi realized that Kato was needed. Temari waved her fan. But Izumi folded the seals and blew the ball 10 by 10 meters. This ball has become bigger because of the wind. Now its size was 15 by 15 meters. Naruto summoned a wall of wood and took Temari himself. Izumi's Uchiha won. Naruto said. The girls went upstairs, and so the battles took place, and the last fight, Uchiha Shursui vs Inazuki Kiba, said Naruto. The named ones came out. Shursui was as serious as ever, and Kiba was arrogant and thought he would win without difficulty. Are you ready? Naruto asked. Yes, said Kiba arrogantly. Yeah, Shursui said with a smile. Let's get started. Naruto shouted. Kiba ran to Uchiha in taijutsu. But it was clear that Kiba was at the level of an average genin because of the style of the clan. But Shursui fought off every blow without Sharingan. But Kiba decided to make a move. His dog turned into a Kiba. And they turned into a kind of drill. To this, Shursui folded the seals and blew fire in the shape of a ball 11 by 11 meters. Kiba would have already burned down if it wasn't for Naruto who hit this drill. Kiba and Akamaru flew into the wall. It's not fair, you helped him, Kiba complained. Uchiha Shursui won. If I hadn't kicked you, then you and your mutt would have turned into a barbecue, Naruto said, looking at Kiba like garbage. I challenge you to a fight. Kiba shouted, I only fight to the death, can Hokage-sama? Naruto asked. No, you're going to kill him, but we don't need it, Minato exclaimed. Kiba and Shisui went upstairs, where Shisui was congratulated. Naruto went to the place, and so, who won a month later in the arena in Konoha, said Naruto, and disappeared. 6 people passed, Itachi, Shisui, Izumi, Gaara, Kankuro and Shikamaru. Time skip 1 month. During this time, Itachi, Shisui and Izumi awakened the last Tomo. We also learned new fire techniques and Titan Taijutsu and Kenjutsu. But now they were standing in the arena, and so, the last exam, you will have to fight against me one by one, and I will choose the worthy ones. But to be honest, Elder Konoha, the head of the Root Umbu, Shimura Danzo, will help me, Naruto said, and Danzo appeared next to Naruto. So, who's the first? Danzo asked Naruto. Let it be Sabaka no Kankuro, said Naruto. The puppeteer came out opposite Naruto. The rules are the same, it is forbidden to use someone else's chakra, it is also forbidden to use medicines, and I will only defend myself. You will need to hold out for 2 to 3 minutes, but you can't stand far away and have nothing to do, said Naruto. Okay, I'm ready, Kankuro said. Let's get started. Danzo said. The puppeteer immediately jumped back and took out a scroll and opened it. 3 dolls appeared. He started controlling these dolls. But Naruto had a Rasengan in his hand and the other hand folded the seal of concentration. The doll in the form of a crocodile disappeared into the ground and the rest flew to Naruto. He broke one with a Rasengan, and the second with the help of a Makuden, which came out of the ground in the form of a bayonet. Naruto began to look around and collected the Rasengan in his hand. Minato was generally shocked that Naruto had learned to do Rasengan. But Naruto added the Mokuton element to the Rasengan. Branches began to move away from Rasengan. But then a doll got out of Naruto and flew straight into Naruto. But Naruto throws a kunai next to the doll with his free hand. And he disappears in a white flash. He appeared over the doll and hit with a Rasengan. Trees began to emanate from the doll. You lost, Kankuro, said Naruto. Yes, I give up, said Kankuro. And so, now let it be Nara. Shikamaru, said Naruto. Nara went to the center of the arena. He jumped back after the go-ahead and began to come up with a plan. In his case it was possible to do, because Naruto understood as well as Danzo. After a minute, he came up with it. He started making moves to cheat. He grabbed Naruto, but people above the rank of Chunin noticed that he got caught on purpose. Not bad, but what do you say to that? Naruto asked, and in a white flash appeared behind Shikamaru. When Shikamaru asked, not only did you come up with a plan, I did it on the go and I took you to kunai, said Naruto. I give up, Shikamaru said. Okay, now Uchiha Izumi, said Naruto. The named one came down and stood in front of Naruto. Are you ready? Danzo asked. Yes, they answered. Let's get started. Danzo shouted. Izumi ran at me with kunai. She threw 2 at me and took another kunai. But Naruto dodged 2 kunai. Izumi bumped into him. She was aiming at the neck from the top. But the guy beat off the blow with his hand. She backhanded Naruto in the neck area. But the guy stopped his hand. But Naruto was hit in the side with a kick. The guy caught the punch. She grouped herself and made a ring with her other foot. It hurt her, but she endured it. But the guy took the torso away from the blow and kicked Izumi in the torso and she flew 5 meters away. It's time to finish, said Naruto. She sent a fireball to Naruto. But Naruto covered the dome. He got out and looked towards Izumi, but she was already in front of him and brought the kunai into Naruto's neck. But Naruto grabbed his hand and twisted it. He put his leg on his back and took his hands, so if she makes a move and breaks her arm, and if you put pressure on your back, your arms will also be broken. You've lost, Izumi, Naruto said give up, I underestimated you, Izumi said and so the next Uchiha Itachi said Naruto came out opposite Naruto and turned on the Sharingan that I won't underestimate you, I remember that mission, Itachi said and stood up in a fighting stance. I want to see what the prince of the Uchiha clan is capable of. Naruto said let's get started. Danzo said Itachi ran at Naruto. He hit Naruto's side with a swing. But he just took and dodged. But Itachi made a U-turn and almost hit Naruto's jaw as he repelled the blow. Itachi made a loop and hit with his foot in the side. Some chunins would not be able to get away from the blow because of the speed and strength, but Naruto just grabbed his leg and threw it into the wall. Itachi managed to react and landed on the wall. I wonder if your style is strong, honed for a long time? Naruto asked. A month, Itachi said and he flew at Naruto again. He made sharp and smooth strokes. But Naruto got tired of it and he blocked a hand blow to the head and hit the torso with 2/20ths force. From this, Itachi crashed into the wall and spat blood, but got up. I give up, Itachi said so, now Uchiha Shisui, said Naruto. Shisui came and immediately took out his tanto, choose, 1 or 2, said Naruto. 1, Shisui said and Naruto had one hand turned into a tanto. Everyone was shocked who didn't know. Shisui rushed at Naruto. He just stood there. Shisui made a stab to the heart. But Naruto beat off the blow in a second. But he hit Naruto with a U-turn. But he just grabbed Shisui's hand and pushed him away. He began to attack at the level of Chunin. But Naruto got tired of it and with a sharp movement he knocks out Tanto and catches him and with a sharp movement turns out to be at Shisui and substitutes Tanto. I give up, Shisui said well, it's time to announce the lists, I think it's worthy to get the title of Troy, this is Nara Shikamaru because of thinking, Uchiha Itachi for strength as well as Uchiha Shisui, said Naruto I agree with you, but what about Sabaka no Gaara? Danzo asked because, Naruto did not have time to finish as the explosions occurred. Naruto was attacked by 30 Suna shinobi. But Naruto chopped them all up with his tanto. He gave tanto back to Shisui. Residents began to be evacuated. Naruto went to the Hokage, to Danzo in the control room, to order. Naruto saw how the race wanted to finish off Minato and Naruto folded the seals at the speed of light and a wall appeared in front of Minato. Naruto abruptly appeared at the race and cut off the head. Gaara, seeing this, was horrified and Shikaku got out. But thanks to Uchiha Fugaku, Shikaku got back into print. Thank you for saving me, we need to destroy the shinobi of the sun, said Minato. It's better to leave, capture half, and knock out the other half and send it back, Naruto said well, that's what we'll do, Minato said. And they, with the help of Hiraition, knocked out all of Suna's shinobi. As planned, half of the ransom and the rest to the village of sand. A few weeks later, Kazekage became Gaara. Naruto began to be called a hero, because he saved the whole village. He and Minato saved the whole village. 3 years have passed during this time, Naruto became 25 years old, thanks to an improved barrier, where 1 year in the barrier and 1 hour in the world. Because of this, his girls will soon come out of him, but the war has started and Naruto said that the girls will come out when the war ends. The guy hasn't changed. But in the war he put on the cloak of death. And he took the very scythe of death. His brides love the guy very much, because he is calm, kind to them, sweet and loves them just like that. Itachi also started dating Izumi and Shisui found a girl from the clan named Hakina. Pain also attacked Konoha and killed almost everyone except Minato, Danzo, Naruto, Kushina and Shisui. He has Manjiko Sharingan and Koto Amatsukami. But Pain lost in the battle with Naruto. And Pain or Nagato resurrected all the inhabitants of Konoha, also due to the fact that Nagato resurrected everyone. Menma recovered the SCC. He became arrogant again, and began grueling training. Naruto also gained experience at the level of Uchiha Madara. He became known throughout the world as the Overlord. But now there is a coffin on the mountain opposite the 4th detachment. Naruto was in this squad, and the commander Minato, Danzo, was in charge at the point. No one argued, because Danzo was in 2 world wars. Why was I resurrected like that? Madara asked in a trembling voice. Plans have changed, Nagato has died, but Tobi has one Rinnegan, and Zetsu has the other, Mu said clearly. They have shinobi written on their armbands? Madara asked. Yes, villages have united against us, Mu said clearly. It's time to dance, said Madara. Everyone has left here, you are not his equal, I will fight with him. Naruto shouted, who was without a cloak and a braid. Don't be silly, he's the god of the shinobi world. Minato shouted, you don't know anything about me, father, Naruto said, and threw a piece of paper to Minato. Minato read the paper and realized that Naruto was his son. That's why I feel kinship with you, I'm glad you're alive, son, Minato said. Who is it? Madara asked. This is Naruto Shimura, but as a black Zetsu. He says that he is a pure-blooded Otsutsuki, so Naruto Otsutsuki, in the shinobi world they call the Lord, all animals obey him. He can also somehow turn his body parts into anything and has owned his Mokuton since childhood, but so said Zetsu. Mu replied clearly, it's time to get acquainted. He looks very much like me, Madara said and jumped off. He landed in front of Naruto, who had a cloak and a scythe of death. You're my copy, let's see what you're capable of, Madara said. Looking at Naruto's calm face, Yuri the god of shinobi, Uchiha Madara himself, you'll be the first to see them, Naruto said and looked at Madara's face with a Sharingan with 3 tomo. So you're an Uchiha, maybe we're related? Madara asked. I agree to answer your question. I conducted a test to check the genes and who are my ancestors, and I found out that you are my great-grandfather, and due to the fact that my mother is Uzumaki, and they are relatives of Senju and Makoto appeared from there, Naruto told the pedigrites clear, but I want to see what you're capable of, take that scythe away, I feel death from it, Madara said. Good, said Naruto, and his scythe was gone. Well, let's start our dance. Madara shouted and bared his teeth. Well, finally a worthy opponent, worthy to fight with me, you are the first who saw my Sharingan in battle. Naruto shouted, grinning, and they ran at each other. A second and they clashed fists. They made sharp and strong blows. Naruto hits Madara in the face, but he takes his head away from the blow. But Naruto takes by the scruff of the neck and hits his knee in the torso. Madara manages to make a block and fly away by 2 meters. It's interesting, but let's go to Kenjutsu now, Madara said and printed out the scythe. And come on, said Naruto, and his hand turned into a scythe, and the second into a katana. But Tobi or else has already sealed Jubi into himself. There was a dance in Kenjutsu, but it was interrupted by Obito, who released Gudadama into Naruto, and he could not dodge or repel the attack, because he was busy with Madara. The ball breaks through it. Madara shed a tear. Well, you're a rat, Obito, I'm sorry my parents weren't with you, I'm sorry Indra and Ashura didn't survive, Naruto said and fell to the ground with a smile on his lips. From this tears flowed from Minato. Indra and Ashura roared into the subconscious. But then Rikuta Sennin appears in front of them. What are you doing here, father? Indra asked. I came to your reincarnation to give strength, and what are you doing? Rikuto asked. We have been since childhood, he would have survived if not for Obito, said Ashura. Where am I, heaven or hell? Asked Naruto. You are in your subconscious, I am Rikuto Sennin, or Hagoromo Otsutsuki and the father of Indra and Ashura, said Rikuto. I would like a hand from the heart of your daughters, said Naruto and sat down on one knee. Yes, and have you already had it? Rikuto asked, looking at the girls. Yes, and he is the heir of death, said the red girls. Okay, if you love each other, then live together, said Rikuto and smiled. But I'm dead, Naruto said. You'll have to stop the war, and you'll have to take my power, said Rikuto. No need, just resurrect, I have a scythe of death, the same genome of biomass and Mokuton, as well as the genome of the infinite chakra, I was just busy with Madara. And Obito killed me in a rat, said Naruto. I'll tell you anyway, you'll have the balls of the search for truth and Choco Tomo Rinnegan, said Rikuta. Well, you'll run away, that's probably who Indra and Ashura went to, Naruto said, and the girls giggled. Okay, I have to go, good luck to you, Naruto, said Rikuta and left. He woke up already on the ground. Madara was sitting next to him and crying. Well, old man, we haven't danced enough with you, Naruto said, looking at Madara with Manjiko. Wow, when did you wake up? Madara asked. Yes, in 4 years, it seems, said Naruto clearly, Madara said, and jumped away from Naruto. He summoned 10 clones and each summoned a blue humanoid with legs. Not enough, look what I can, said Naruto, and called for 100 clones. These clones summoned the completed Susanoo. It made everyone's jaw drop. But then these Susanoo turned into Buddha statues with 1,000 hands. I am Uchiha Madara, I name you 3 god shinobi, Madara said in shock. I suggest you give up and live in peace and find love for yourself, said Naruto. I agree, Madara said, and scattered the clones. Naruto also dispelled it. But Madara turned on Rinnegan. Naruto also turned on Rinnegan with Tomo for this. He pulled Obito and Black Zetsu to him. Those fell into the hands of Naruto and began to die. Cock. Zetsu asked in shock. I am the heir of death, I can kill and resurrect, and I can only kill by touching, and that's when I want, Naruto said, looking at the Rinnegans with Tomo at the victims. The carcasses fell and Naruto turned to Madara. And the eyes were black. I will be able to resurrect you, but I will have to enter the Sannin of death, Naruto said. Okay, I'll wait, Madara said. You don't have to wait, Naruto said. His arm began to be covered with tattoos, he was already without a raincoat. Tattoos went through the entire arm and through the left eye. And then he touches Madara and he has cracks from Ito Tensei. Live in peace, the war is over, Naruto shouted. Later, the entire alliance shouted, hurrah. Later, Indra and Ashura came out of the war. They got married. Madara also met a girl from the Uchiha clan, named Kiyomi. Naruto was recognized as the 3rd shinobi god and the hero of the 4th shinobi world war. He had 2 sons, they decided to name them as past reincarnations, from Indra Madara and from Ashura has harem. Each child had a Rinnegan and a Mokuton. Naruto taught them not to fight for power, and the children learned this and treated each other very well. Naruto gave 2 mist swords to his children and fighting styles. Madara took a Kubikuribocho, and Hashirama Hiramakarei. Naruto was doing cupcake with Indra and Ashura all the time. Flashback how Indra and Ashura gave birth to children. Ashura and Indra have just come out of Naruto. And he was sitting at home. Finally you came out, said Naruto. Naruto, we want children, so take off the seal, said Red Indra, and Ashura only nodded in embarrassment. Good, said Naruto, and removed the seal. But for you to get pregnant, I need no clones, said Naruto. Well, okay, one at a time, Ashura said. Who's the first? Naruto asked. Let Indra, and I will be humored by your clone, said Ashura. Good, said Indra and Naruto. Naruto created a clone and left him with Ashura while he went to Indra. Are you ready? Naruto asked. Already naked? Yes, the naked Indra also said. Naruto approached her and pulled her into a kiss. She responded to the dance of tongues. Languages tried to defeat each other. They tried to win in order to master the mouth. But Naruto won and began to explore Indra's mouth. He ran his tongue over his even teeth. And Naruto himself has already started to enter. The girl was moaning. And the guy hammered her hard. The guy spared no effort. He finished in her 4 hours later. She fell unconscious into the guy's arms. He put her on the bed, and she was covered in cum. Naruto went to Ashura. When she came up, she finished and the clone was gone. It's your turn, my love, Naruto said with a smile. He immediately entered it and began to hammer it. After 3 hours, she was also in semen and slept at Indra's. Naruto lay down between them and fell asleep. The next morning, the first Naruto woke up. He felt that his brides had two souls in their bodies. He smiled as sincerely as he could. An hour later, the girls woke up. They saw the guy's smile and his tears of happiness. Is something wrong, Zaya? The girls asked, fearing we will become parents. Naruto said and smiled even wider. The girls hugged the guy hard and fell asleep again. A couple of days later, the relatives found out about it and were glad. Naruto, what are we going to call the children? Ashura asked. Well, it's simple, I felt two boys, so from Indra we will call Madara Uchiho Otsutsuki, and from Ashura has Harem Senju Otsutsuki, said Naruto. Good names, Indra said, but why two surnames, if we choose Otsutsuki? Ashura asked him. Okay then Otsutsuki, said Naruto. After 9 months Naruto was courting wives. They were naughty, but Naruto endured. But now they were lying down and giving birth. Be patient, dear, there's still a little bit left, Naruto said. Indra almost got out and Ashura just started to come out. Shove your patience up your ass. Indra shouted. After a couple more hours the children were lying in the crib. Madara had brown hair in the shape of a hedgehog and it was clear that the hairstyle would be like Indra's. The eyes are also black, and the skin is pale and there are small horns on the forehead. Harem has almost the same, but the hairstyle was a hedgehog and had to become like Minato's, and the skin, eyes and horns like Madara's. End flashback end. Tatsu was with you.